By now, we've seen the horrific damage. Everyone at home has seen some of the damage, and people in the Naugatuck Valley witnessed it. They lived through it. He said, "I'm innocent. I didn't kill Connie. Someone else broke in, shot my wife, and then tied me down." But the evidence is overwhelming. What happened last night, the shooting on the town green, is connected to this investigation right now. And former President Donald Trump is taking the stage in Atlanta today for a rally with his VP pick, J.D. Vance. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris, the presumptive Democratic nominee, is busy this weekend as she works to choose her running mate. Let's give the crews credit. They've worked so hard to clear some of these roads from the rushing floodwater. There's a thin coat of mud here right now on Main Street. Most of the mud is on the sidewalks and the parking lots. And look, it's deep, it's thick, it's disgusting, and it's unforgiving. If Hurley leaves, UConn players will have 30 days to decide to transfer out of the program or not. Not fantastic timing in June when most college basketball programs have their rosters set. This also impacts Alex Caravan, who declared for the NBA draft, then a few days ago decided he was coming back to UConn to play for Dan Hurley. Well, Randy Marcusio certainly was emotional this morning, Mark and Irene, but she has a great attitude. She's trying to stay positive, which, of course, is extremely tough given the circumstances. But she's a fantastic team around her, supporting her family, friends, neighbors, and she's just glad her 3-year-old son, Riley, wasn't here Sunday night when this all happened. It's the horrifying sounds of a beautiful blue house collapsing, violent, rushing, unforgiving floodwater washing out everything in its path, including years of Randy Marcusio's time, money, and memories.
It is hard to look at, and then I see my son. I saw my son growing up here, so it's hard because it makes me just think of our forever home and where he was supposed to be raised, and he's gone. It's gone.
Luckily, Randy had time to sprint out, check on neighbors, and watch in horror from a safe place. Her 3-year-old son Riley wasn't home, but they've lost nearly all of their possessions. No flood insurance. Randy's a single mom, an emergency room nurse, trying to think straight on little sleep.
I'm okay. I'm alive. My son's alive. We didn't lose any life on the hill. My neighbors are okay. We're okay. Everything else can be replaced and fixed, or, you know, so we are okay.
Randy's friends bravely trying to rescue any belongings today, finding knickknacks, a kid's book, even the precious photo album from Randy's parents' wedding. Randy staying positive, especially after learning 2 women in Oxford were killed in the historic, horrendous flooding.
Who am I to say anything about this when loved ones are gone? So, you know, I have my son, I have my family, you know, and we'll just move forward.
Popular radio host Chaz from 99.1 WPLR lives nearby. He's been pushing a GoFundMe page for Randy all day, encouraging his listeners to donate if they can to help this woman rebuild her life.
Our listeners are the most generous group of individuals I've ever come across in my life. They always come over the hill like the cavalry anytime we come across someone who needs this kind of help. They've been tremendous.
On the water and in the sky, the manhunt for accused killer Robert Card continues.
Watch your steps there.
Joe Crawley lives right near the largest search so far today, near the Lisbon boat launch, where police found Card's white Subaru Wednesday night. Joe is showing us the area.
All of a sudden, it's in your backyard.
Dive teams are on the Androscoggin River, checking if Card is here. They're not sure. Police receiving hundreds of tips, more than 500, but we're seeing some of them fall flat. Officers searched a farm in Lisbon, a mile from the boat launch, but nothing. Lisbon's police chief is grateful for the public's help.
They're advising us, you know, anything suspicious they see, that's what we're here, and that's how we're going to bring this situation to an end, is working together with our community.
Here's Maine's Public Safety Commissioner on if he's feeling pressure to capture Card.
We're not going to be rushed, but we're running right on that level.
Meanwhile, there are at least 70 combined witnesses to the shootings. Police still at both crime scenes investigating.
We got to do it the safe way. Don't want to see anybody else get hurt, certainly our people and our community members. So we want to make sure that we do that right.
Again, we expect to hear from police very soon. We know a shelter-in-place order is still in effect in Lewiston and 3 surrounding communities. School was closed today in the city, and businesses in this city have been closed as well. But we may get an update from police on that shelter-in-place order soon. How about them Bobcats? The fight, the determination, the focus never wavered. Even down 2-0 early in that second period, the Bobcats found a way to fight back and bring the national title home to Hamden. Moments after lifting the national championship, the emotional locker room celebrations begin.
I love this team, and I'm just sad that this is the last time we get to wear this jersey, but I'm glad we're going out on time.
Going out as national champions for the first time in program history, bringing this trophy to campus for these ecstatic fans. A locker room full of winners, fighters, leaders. Sophomore Jake Quillen remained calm all weekend.
We stick together, you know, we buy in, we buy into our team. You know, everyone loves each other, and we're willing to die for each other, and, you know, it showed there.
2 other Quinnipiac teams had made it to the championship of 4. This resilient group finished the job, led by Captain Zach Metza.
I can't wait to share it with everyone back in Hamden, all the students, all the fans. They were awesome this year. We couldn't have done it without them, and it's crazy.
The Bobcats head coach, Rand Pecknell, hugging his players after the final horn sounded. Built the program from the ground up in the mid-90s. 29 years later, now the king of college hockey. Hundreds of wins, none sweeter than this. A magical weekend in Tampa students and alums will remember forever. They did it, Bobcat Nation. This beloved school in Hamden really did it. In Tampa, Dylan Fearon, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.